Cool. All right. We will dive back in. So after coming to Nettle Nook Manor and encountering the current Lord of the Manor, been bequeathed to his responsibility, one Malvolio, uh, you all were sent to investigate a temple area, it seemed, or some kind of area, ruins, finding that there was kind of a space underneath. See if there was anything. This place is supposed to be a little haunted, a little strange. Turns out, yeah, there's something in there called a banshee. And it was not fun. But you all survived that encounter and found a few interesting items, and then also a kind of strange passageway, traveled through it for a little bit, and have now partially busted in kind of older door, not quite opened it yet, but you were able to look in and see. And I believe it was Red who was doing most of the kicking down of the door, or was it Red and Alistair kind of working together?
It was both of
I
us.
tried. I want to say I got a nat 1 on one of those, and like biffed it.
Right.
Got a
Went and
Charlie
you're like,
horse.
"Ah, my ankle." The door kicked back. Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll say you two are by the door again. That still seems to be locked, but there is a bit of a hole, kind of broken and cracked into it. If you want to try again to break it down, you can. If you want to kind of do a bit of peering, whatever it is, how do y'all want to approach?
Well, if we kicked the hole in it, is there like a handle on this door?
So you go and you're gonna do the feel around to see if you can find something. And actually, there is not. You do feel a little bit of metal, like maybe a kind of padlock of some sort, or maybe it was just a bit of like metal kind of barring across this door from the other side. But no actual like handle.
Why would you make a door without a handle?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. Alright, can we figure out how to get
Well,
get move the bar somehow?
Red, is it true that Dragonborn, if their head can fit through something, their whole body can, or is that not a real thing?
I think you're thinking of cats.
Yes, it's a
I could
common
swear I've heard it about Dragonborn.
definitely the cat people.
Mm. Sorry.
Well, either way, my fins, I can't get in there anyway. So yeah, is there a way that I can attempt to move the bar?
Yeah, you can and I'll let you kind of go in and do a little bit of an athletics check. Maybe we could give that a go. But do you have a thought, Evan slash Brody?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna just see how
Did
this
you
unfolds?
say this bar was where on the other side?
Yeah, so it's on the other side and kind of like almost like this
They're
metal.
feeling through, and they feel it.
Yeah, you're feeling through. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, never mind. Okay. Well, as you were. See how this plays.
Right. 13.
13. Okay, you go and kind of try and shove it, but it seems like whatever this bar is has been like fused to the wall. And so it's not just like a thing that's like lift, move. It's more like cutting something off, like very much trying to do a permanent block.
Right. They really did not want to have this door come open. I think our best course of action is to just tear the door to shreds.
Well,
yeah?
Is anyone capable of... I don't know all of your magic abilities. I don't know if anyone's capable of getting through this hole.
Well, if we wanted to save some energy and possibly breaking any limbs, I could try to blast it open.
That might be good.
All right.
I mean, I could get through to the other side, but I don't think that I could, get it where everybody else could come in.
No, we want to stick together.
Yes. Hey, we do. All right. I like this blowing things up idea. Let's do
that. I'm kind of interested to see Brody explode a door.
All right. Let's see. Stand back. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the door.
Okay, go for it. Roll to hit.
A 1.
I was like, it's gonna. Okay, of course. So everybody kind of backs up, and you kind of breathe. And
Hits us anyway.
And as you go and to try and like release that magic and do that Eldritch Blast, right at that same moment is when Adam hops up and jumps on your face. And you kind of goes high and you bust in and you all feel some rubble kind of crumble down around you. And for a second you're like, oh God, is this tunnel we're in going to collapse? And there's a bit of dust. And right now, it seems stable.
Maybe.
You're going in the pocket.
Okay. So just to make sure that I get this. Okay, so we're facing the door, and we sense that behind the door there's a metal bar like keeping it from
like being opened. Yeah, and kind of I would say from what you can tell, it's like this has been very much like kind of fused to this door. It's not like totally covering it, but it's just enough to solidly block it. But you have busted a hole kind of like right below, like in kicking distance. And we'll say like Red's got big feet. And between Red and Alistair, you're tall. So, so I would say, I don't know. Let's say you've probably kicked a hole about this, like, we'll say maybe like 1.5 feet.
Could I do maybe an acrobatics to try to like contort my way through?
That might be a high DC, but you can.
I don't want to get stuck. I don't want to get stuck. Maybe maybe we do need you to go.
You hear Adam say, "Do it."
Viridis, if you have a way through, perhaps it's easier to get the bar off from that end.
Right.
It felt
before
like
we try that. Say again, Red.
It felt like fused on. I don't know if it was like magically welded there or something. But again, I can see it. Might as well go look at it.
Just for funsies, I'm gonna cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff and try to do like a punch through it where the bar is.
Where the bar is? Okay, go ahead and roll to attack.
And it is a magical weapon, if that makes any difference. Probably not, but okay, here we go. All right, that's 9 points of bludgeoning. Oh wait, I have to roll to hit.
You have to roll to see if you hit. Yeah,
sorry. Natural
you're
1.
Good.
Natural.
Well, it was a 2 plus 5 for a 7.
What is happening?
No.
What is going on?
Guys? We never get past this door.
So you go.
We die here.
And you kind of focus, and you all see kind of like the magical energy of Vera. Just like, does your shillelagh kind of take a particular color as you kind of invoke certain kind of magicalness?
For sure. So it starts off in my hand, just kind of this like dark green energy, and just sort of like goes up the entirety of the quarterstaff, and sort of illuminates the end of it.
Right. And so you go and you kind of do a nice kind of like focus, and then go to try and like hit it, and it kind of just hits and then reverberates back to you, and your whole body is shaking.
Well,
wow.
Do we have any better idea than me trying to contort my body through the hole?
I mean,
perhaps we're not meant to go through the door.
Maybe I take out my lute. Maybe I can sing it a song. Please, door open, sesame, we want to get in. We are friends and we're not here to kill you. Please let us in.
Did it work?
Alistair tries to push the door open.
Maybe it's a little less cold.
Wait, I have one other idea.
Oh my god.
We've been trying to break the door open, push the door open. I'm going to try to pull the door open.
Oh.
Okay.
Maybe
So
it's just a pull the whole time. But also, maybe we can loosen the bar, you know?
Sure. Yeah. Okay, go ahead and do just like an athletics check, we'll say.
Athletics. I get +3.
It'll be a 3.
I actually got
Three.
a dirty 20.
Okay. All right,
Finally.
nice. So, kind of realizing instead of like hitting against it and trying to like bust through the metal thing, you start to pull, and it's not necessarily that, oh, it's a pull door and it opens, but there's not anything barring it coming towards you as much. So you are able to kind of break more of the wood as you're trying to kind of like pull it. And so now we'll say you guys have kind of formed essentially. Alistair, you're able to kind of try and pulling it towards you and kind of breaking off from the hole you've already made, making it probably about, we'll say 2.5 kind of feet like round.
Like Alistair width now.
I would say so. It'd be a bit of a squeeze. Everybody would probably do a little bit of a squeeze and a shimmy to get through, but it's a little less. I would say it's a lower DC.
Who is our thinnest member? I look immediately at Brody.
Yeah.
Malnourished.
Oh boy. I guess I can try to squeeze through. Is that what we're getting at?
It just seems like we should have somebody already through before the people who are all rather big attempt to go through.
All right. Well, I'm going to propose the skinniest person here is Adam, and he should go through first. And I'm going to throw him through the hole.
Okay. Get ready to throw him into the hole. He kind of slides across and then just kind of spins and lands, and you just see a little toad looking back at you all. And he kind of looks around with his big old eyes. And he kind of hops over. And he's just kind of hopping around.
Well, he's fine. I guess I'll go in.
Okay, go ahead then as you make your way. I'll let you do like acrobatics or just straight dexterity if one is better than the other. They're related, so you know.
17.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, you're able to kind of go in and shimmy your way across and not get, any splinters or jagged bits, and kind of make your way across. And as you do, kind of to the other side, as you kind of pause, look around, Adam kind of, he kind of comes towards you again and then disappears. And then you notice kind of coming towards you, crawling on the ground, a little centipede.
Yeah.
And as you're on the ground, it starts to crawl up your arm.
Yeah.
You hit it?
Did you?
Yeah.
All right, make a make a hit attack.
It's instinctual.
So
That's
accurate.
An
It's
unarmed,
so true
an
to
unarmed
life.
attack.
An unarmed, yeah.
Let's see. That's going to be a 4
Okay, cool.
to attack myself.
As you hit it, you hear like a little and it falls off. It doesn't like take any damage, but as it falls off, then he kind of lands on the ground, and then and instead of looking like a toad now, Brody, you definitely see this. Everybody else, Brody's body's currently kind of blocking most of this. Brody, you see standing in front of you what you assume is still Adam, but he's kind of this tiny, strange green creature with like kind of a hunchback, big eyes, big old ears, kind of strange horns, and like a little insect kind of looking mouth with teeth and kind of claws, but he kind of sits up and he looks at you. What was that for?
What is this?
What do you mean, what is this?
What is this?
Me.
What's all this?
What? You mean what I am?
I thought you were a toad.
I can be.
I would prefer that. Yeah.
What's wrong with how I look?
It's just jarring. And preferably not centipedes anymore. I will just, thinking about it.
Okay, so centipedes are a no. Toads are cool.
This is a no.
My natural form Is a no.
We're gonna talk about
Wow.
this later.
I'm really
This
picturing
guy.
this conversation
Something right
happening,
now.
and then like 4 heads are trying to peer through this hole.
Well, I was gonna
Get back in the
offer. I was gonna offer to maybe creep around, be of assistance. But since I'm so grotesque, maybe I'll just fly away for a minute. And he turns into a bat and he flies into a corner.
Oh, come on. All right. Well.
But you make your way into the room. Adam.
Brody, can you open the door?
I'll go in.
What's going on over there?
Can
I'll
you
try to
open
go
it?
in after him and assist.
Okay, cool. So Vera, just go ahead if you want to do your dex or do your acrobatics check to just kind of get in and see if you can assist, and if you all can get the door open together, you may do so.
All right, that's a 12.
A 12. Yeah, it's a little bit more like if Rhodey was especially like, ooh, graceful. You're a little bit more kind of carefully going through and making sure again nothing catches. But you do make your way out, and both you and Brody see as you kind of stand in the room and kind of face the door itself. There is like a metal bar at the middle and kind of at the top. And just above from where you all were kind of entering. So it's kind of like bar. It seems to be kind of nuts and bolts kind of bolted on. So pretty sturdy, but potentially you could get rid of it if you wanted to.
Or is it easier to just sort of get rid of the rest of the wood so that everybody else can sort of crawl in where we did? Is there any hope of that?
Suppose so. We could burn it.
Yeah.
Just burn the door.
But we are in an underground tunnel system. I'm not sure about
Right.
having a bunch of smoke down here.
Fair enough. Does it look like if we get rid of the rest of the wood, like below the lowest bar, that Red could squeeze through, or no?
I would say so, yeah. Like it definitely, having to duck and kind of crawl a bit, but certainly you could make that happen.
Cool. This door is taking so long, but I'm gonna try to whack it again with my quarterstaff.
Okay, go
Why
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, here we go. All right. That's a 24.
That'll definitely hit. And yeah, if you want to roll some damage just to see
Cool.
how much space we get.
Okay, that's a 6.
6. Okay, yeah. So you kind of tell the others, and they back off as you're kind of going to wallop it and kind of, again, going from where it's already been pulled and already been kicked in and kind of keep doing some damage. And now, basically, at the bottom, you've got probably about, I would say like a good size, maybe like 3 feet wide space. So definitely comfortable now for you to get through.
Yeah, the rest of I'll crawl through it anyway.
Great. And no one will have to do any checks or anything like that. You are all able to make your way in. And just kind of once you all are in the space, looking past the door and into the room and looking around, it is more of a circular kind of space. I would say almost maybe a little bit more oval-esque. There is a bit of an arch to the top of the ceiling, and it's all stone. And it's probably about, I would say, 60 feet long. And actually, as it goes across, it's all dark in here, but with everybody with their dark vision or mutagen coolness, everybody can see. Across the way, there is a stone staircase. As I said before, there are some barrels on either side that are kind of pyramided, stacked up. You also see a few crates kind of around the edges, a little bit closer to the stairs. And then, yes, also not quite fully in the middle, but close to it. In the middle of the room, you see what looks like a kind of faint outline of a circle on the ground, and maybe done with like a kind of light blue or white kind of chalk marking, maybe someone carving into the stone itself, making I would say it's probably about a 6-foot diameter circle that seems to have a number of different strange markings on it. You could go kind of investigate further if you want to, or look around the room, whatever it is y'all want to do.
And the stairs are on the opposite side of the circle.
They
leading
are on
up.
the opposite. Yes.
Okay. I definitely want to go check out that circle.
I don't know
Okay.
shit about magic, so I'll investigate like the barrels and crates.
Okay.
I'll go
Yeah.
with him.
I'll check out the glyph with Virdis.
Okay.
I don't know
Cool.
nothing about nothing, so I'll look at boxes.
Cool.
Look a box.
I'm gonna go. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
follow
know about
Viridis.
Science, so,
Okay, cool. So, for my 3 that are going to check out this circle on the ground, go ahead and all 3 of you do an Arcana check.
Ooh, a natural 20.
Ooh,
Nice. I got a dirty 20.
Altogether
Nice.
22.
13.
13. Okay. So Fox looking at it, you definitely get a magical sense of the structure of it. However, it's not so much in your field realm of expertise as a bard and kind of the things. But you are kind of like, oh yeah, this seems, some kind of arcane somebody or other doing something with circles drawn. And you do note that it does seem to be actually kind of a faint chalk that it seems to have been drawn with. Viridis and Brody, you're looking at it, and what you both clock about this particular circle is that the various markings in it, Viridis, no, actually both of you notice, not completely, not necessarily full words, but you do clock a number of letters. It seems to be a mix of from different languages, one of which seems to be, well, what actually languages do you both know, just to remind me?
Elven, Dwarven, and Sylvan.
Druidic, Primordial, and Sylvan.
Okay. There are a couple of Sylvan letters interwoven into this. But it's not, again, not a full word. It's almost as if it's a bit of a letter and then it goes into another language that you don't recognize, and then kind of continues on. Then every now and then will be a Sylvan word. You also both clock, in this circle, there are certain points, and there actually are 7 points. And on 2 of them, there seem to be a bit of charred kind of markings. And I would say, Brody, looking at this and this kind of strange arcane nature, 1, a little bat flies on your shoulder and lands on it.
Oh.
Hey, sorry I was so, angry before.
I'm sorry I was so rude. I was just taken aback. It's
No,
fine.
I understand. It was the first time you saw me in that form, and it's, I can very much scare people, when they first see it.
Mhm.
So I'm sorry that I startled you, but I also appreciate your apology to me.
It's fine. I say to the bat on my shoulder. It's fine.
You hear him just speaking common, like the bat? Do we just hear
Yes.
that whole thing? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We
You
can
both.
talk telepathically, but I'm speaking out loud.
If you're
Love it.
speaking out loud, he's
Okay, good, yeah.
he starts to speak out loud with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might
Can you
initially be
imagine?
telepathic and then goes.
We just
Love
hear.
it.
Bat noises. Little echolocation.
Little echolocation.
noises.
Sonar. Just like-
Yeah, just going along. But no, you do hear this little conversation. And as you're looking, Brody, you clock actually just almost outside of the circle, kind of barely noticeable with just the way of kind of almost in a crack in the stone. Maybe it almost got stepped on and shoved away. You notice a small kind of piece of parchment. And as you kind of go to pick it up and Adam is on your shoulder, kind of look at it, it's like, oh, someone was trying to summon something. Weird.
Hmm. Well, it appears this was a summoning circle of some kind. I can't tell exactly what it was. Can I tell if it was successful?
Ooh, with a natural 20, I will say that kind of getting a sense in the aura of the space, you do feel like it was in some way successful. Yes.
So, wonder if someone summoned the banshee.
That makes sense.
And I'm going to actually send to you, Evan. I could do it via Discord, but I'm not because I already have this one open. I'll send it to you via Messenger. But just what is kind of written on this little piece of parchment if and when you open
Okay.
it.
Okay.
So, just know the first thing that's on there is there's like a little faint line across it through it. If that's it. Great. Cool. Great. Grand. All right. So, for my folks in the crates and the barrels, go ahead, both of you, and do investigation checks.
What's your investigation, Red?
Or you could aid. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a +4.
Can I just give her advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. No, thank goodness. 18.
18. Cool. Nice. So you notice first about the barrels. They're pretty large. You actually kind of clock, oh, these might be kind of old wine barrels stacked up. There's a faint bit of dust on them. They haven't been messed with, touched in seems like quite a while. And then as you kind of look through a little bit more of kind of towards one side of the room, and the crates, we'll say the left side of the room, you notice a couple of just kind of general crates, but then also what looks like kind of more of a trunk. And we'll say Red, as you're kind of getting near to the trunk, you almost step in it, but then you don't, because you got that solid investigation going. You see not too kind of far from it, I don't know, maybe about half a foot, a small puddle of what looks like a black substance on the ground.
I see it. I can poke it, or you can poke it, or
I'm following your lead here.
great. Okay. And I'm just gonna poke it real gently with my morning star.
Okay, you poke it gently with your morning star, and it does kind of like give a little bit of kind of like almost like there's a bit of a squelching kind of sound quality to it as your morning star is in there. And as you pull it back, go ahead and do a strength check for me.
Oh, jeez. Oh no. My primary weapon. Oh god. 12?
A 12, it for a second you're like, oh god, my primary weapon. you like, and you really have to focus and give a good kind of to it, and you're able to free it. But for whatever this small little puddle of whatever is, it had a solid grip to it.
Hey everyone, don't step in the black tar stuff. I think you will be there forever.
That's good to know. Let's gingerly step over the puddle and look at that trunk.
I agree with you.
Okay. You go over, you kind of look at the trunk. There does seem to be a lock on it, but it does, of everything else, kind of seems the most new, I would say, with your investigation check. Again, little layers of dust on some other things. This doesn't seem to have quite that same amount of dust on it.
Ooh, he's new.
And he's locked.
Right, indeed. Are you a lock person?
Yeah, and I try to break it with my spear.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my thought too.
Good. Go to attack it.
Natural 1!
You go to hit it, and then you kind of just like lose your bearings, and your staff goes right into that sticky puddle.
Mother!
I told you to not do that.
Let me try to pull it out. I'll try to pull it out.
Do a strength.
Can I help him?
I think you rolled already.
That's fine.
I sure did. And Alistair needs a new weapon. Because I
Roll
got
another one.
I got a 4.
Oh no! So you go and like try to pull it, and you can't get it out of this puddle.
Well, to be fair, this was never my favorite weapon. And I just leave it, and I go back to the trunk.
Oh,
So it's just kind of awkwardly like jutting out of this puddle, and you guys kind of go back, you've pulled the trunk away a little bit further away from this puddle so that doesn't happen again.
yeah, that's rough, buddy. Ooh,
It's fine. I'll buy something new at town or whatever. Oh,
Yeah.
and then I remember the pufferfish incident, and I go, maybe I'll just make something new.
We'll find you something nice.
I feel bad for Alistair, so I go over with my big old strength and try to get it out.
Okay, do a strength check.
And while that's happening, I'm gonna hit the lock with my Morning Star.
Do it. Go for it.
All right. Let's see.
That's a natural one.
No, what is going on?
Why?
No, guys, it's fine.
Yeah,
I'm
Viridis,
trained
you're
with
like, "Ugh."
several weapons. Viridis, I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm trained with plenty of weapons. Didn't we just get a short sword in the other room?
Right, I've got a short sword and a.
Can I just borrow that short sword for now, and I'll give it
I
back?
tried.
Sure. It kind of got something about it. I don't know. Here you go.
I'll take that short sword. Take
Great.
it.
It
That
might be
short
my
sword,
best. I'm not sure.
it's still sheathed, yes, and you just kind of put it on you.
Yeah.
I wrap it around. I put it on my belt.
Okay, cool. And when you unsheath it, I'll let you know what it does.
Okay.
Great. Take that off. But I rolled a 15 for the lock.
Okay, you go and give it like a smash against it, and instead of breaking the lock, you kind of more break the little like bit that's kind of holding it, and kind of are able to like get it off a little bit. And well, finally made. This was not seem to be any kind of magical guard on it, and it kind of just goes away. And as you pull open the trunk, you see a number of kind of neatly folded up, fine dark robes. A lot of dark kind of velvets, maybe a little bit more of a winter gear. And go ahead and actually just do one more investigation check for me, Red, since you're the one over there.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, dude. 17.
Nice. Okay. So as you're kind of like looking through, see if there's anything other than these, again, very nice robes, looking through, you find, I would say, two things. One, in one of the pockets, you find what looks like the remnants of, or a piece of a piece of paper, maybe like a partial bit of a letter. So you grab that, and if you want to read it now, I can tell you what it says. If you don't, you can just kind of be like, oh, cool.
Yeah, I'll read it now. Why not?
Sure. So it seems to actually be an official correspondence of some sort. And you clock basically what pops out to the most to you is closer to the end. But you get a sense that this is actually from an ambassador of Duke Frederick, who is located in Arden. And essentially, it is a request for an official show of support against the ruffians' now raging war on civilization itself, and seeking, again, official kind of diplomatic support for the Duke, and perhaps even a firm show of friendship.
All right. Someone's trying to. Okay.
Are there? You said there are like these are all robes. Are there any? Is there like a nice coat or like some nice pants or shoes or anything in this trunk?
I would say there's a fine winter coat. Again, kind of all dark, all black. And,
But it's not
there's
winter
kind of
now, right?
No, it's more late summer.
All right. I would offer something to Brody, but if it's unseasonal, I'm not going to give him winter clothes.
Sure, yeah. There is a nice kind of I would say maybe velvet robe situation that it's nice, but could be a little bit more versatile. Still might be a little warm in summer, but
I'll just take it, bunch it into a ball, and huck it at him.
If you don't want to,
Suddenly.
you can sell it.
I am face deep in this little piece of parchment right now, so it's just like.
And then an entire velvet robe.
it's you.
What's the? Oh.
You want that?
Thank you. Yes. I'm gonna take off my tattered, burned robe and it's been through hell and put this on. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's quite
And
nice.
as you're putting it on, you still have that fine silk shirt. So you had tattered robes, and then also that random fine silk shirt. So you all see like, oh, he's actually got a nice shirt under there. And now you put on the black velvet because it's a red, and then you have a black velvet robe going with it. Suddenly you're looking a little bit smart, a little bit sleek. We'll even say.
Oh, it's been a while since I've worn something so nice. Thank you.
Have fun.
More thing.
Also, Red, as you're looking through, you find, and this is you almost miss it, but it's just kind of shoved in the corner, wadded up. You just see a hint of bright yellow.
Bright yellow?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see if I can figure out what that is.
Hey, you kind of start to pull it, and you find one very fine yellow stocking.
Amazing.
Uh-oh.
So good.
Have you got a? Is there
Amazing.
another
So
one?
good.
All right, do you have a friend or are you all alone? Oh my God, you're weaved with gold. My goodness. Is there
Put
another
it
one?
on.
I will say that, with a little bit of looking, you do find its companion.
Yes, that's another one. I don't wear socks, so if anybody wants some yellow,
There it is, so Fox. Do either of you want to try them on?
They look nice.
I like
No?
them, but I think I sort of already stick out enough.
Yeah,
I'll try them on.
All right.
You put them on, and actually you realize that these were
You
kind
get
of...
+7 to defense.
My ankles.
as you put them on, and at first you're like, oh, wait a minute, I don't know if these are going to fit, because they actually seemed pretty small, pretty narrow, maybe for skinny, even super skinnier legs than your own, perhaps out of more of a bird-like leg quality. However, as you start to pull them up, they actually do kind of, almost interestingly, start to fit you quite nicely, quite perfectly. And you don't have anything to tie them up, to hold them up with. But right now, if you could kind of pull them up if you wanted to, or leave them bunched. But they are very nice, golden, very bright. They definitely will grab some attention if you want. These stockings that, they can definitely fit you.
I show off my.
Oh yes, those look wonderful.
Thank you.
Alistair doesn't know anything about fashion, so he's just looking at it and being like, is this correct? Is this how people try to...
They go on his feet. They're on his feet.
Your calves, I will say your calves look especially good, Fox. Like,
Oh, great. I mean, also, I'm wearing like purple and green and now like gold and yellow.
and you got your pink hair.
Yeah.
Very fetching.
There's a lot of whereas Brody's got like kind of red and black, it's like suddenly we have like color with our fashion choices.
So good.
Did you guys figure out what the circle was?
Yeah, what's that mean?
Oh, the circle was a summoning circle. Yes,
Oh, do we
a
know
successful
what-
one by the looks of it. So
What was
perhaps.
brought in? Was it that banshee?
that would be my guess, since we haven't seen or heard anything else. And although this was behind a locked door, so whatever was summoned might not be the banshees. The
Maybe they
banshees can
didn't-
go through walls, right?
Maybe they didn't intend to summon a banshee.
Well, I'm not sure what they intended to summon. This parchment has some kind of code or cipher on it that
Can I
well,
look
if I
at
had
it?
a sure, if there's no key, but not sure what it is. Can I send
Does
it to David?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
and I have different languages. I don't know if that'll help.
You could go ahead and shout him out.
Yeah,
So you know.
I know Celestial and Elvish.
Okay. I would say once he gives you this code, it seems the letters are in common.
Okay.
But yeah, it does seem to be some kind of.
First line's crossed out, right?
And the first line is crossed out. That is correct. The other two are not. But it does seem to be in common for the letters and some kind of, doesn't form words so much as kind of a string of letters.
Zenevin Knurkbeck.
Oh,
Oh, is that what was that?
Suddenly flames come up.
That's funny.
If Brody, if you want to see if you can maybe figure out what the key is,
Sure.
I will let you do an intelligence check if you want to spend some time to do that.
Yes, I do. Not want to do that because I got another one.
Get out.
Never secure, Mick. I don't know. Like you hear out of no, Zernevan Knurkbeck.
Knurkbeck.
Well, for now, should we just head up those stairs and maybe we'll find out more as we go? Clearly, this place belongs to what's his name, bird guy, Valet.
Yeah.
Valet.
Does anybody have a bit of some kind of writing utensil? I'd like to copy what the characters in the circle so that we can also compare that to the cipher.
I actually do. I have a travel case filled with scrolls and notes. So surely I would have a pencil with which to take those notes. Mm-hmm. Or a quill, whatever exists in this universe.
Sure, yeah. A ballpoint pen.
Fuck yeah! I got my Bic. I pull out, I give you a piece of parchment and also a pen that I clearly took from a hotel.
Hampton Inn.
At least it's on a bank, I guess.
There's still the dangling chain.
Yeah, you get a dangling chain at the end, like, wait a minute. But yes, you're able to copy down. So you want to copy down the circle, yes, and kind of what's written in there. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I will say you are able to do that, and so you can have it for reference in the future if you need to, or come across anything that is related.
Just
similar,
curious, because assuming that this circle was used to summon the Banshee, which we don't know for sure, do you think that it was just for protecting the font of holy water, or...
Well, he wasn't able to get to the holy water. That's why he wanted us to come here. I wonder if he was wanting to summon something else and accidentally summoned the Banshee. And that's why he wanted the holy water to deal with it.
Assuming that it is the current master of the house.
I just feel like everything in that trunk is so ostentatious. Who else would it belong to? Look at those stockings, and I point at Fox.
Yes, you're absolutely
right, but just even if he was the one who left the trunk in here, it doesn't necessarily mean that he was the one who created the summoning circle, although he could have.
It feels likely to me, but that's a fair point. We shouldn't jump to conclusions.
Shall we?
Certainly worth asking him about it.
No, I'm gonna scan the room for anything else interesting.
Same.
Go ahead, and both of you, I'll let you both do investigation checks.
Cool.
And while they're doing that, once Virus is done writing down what the summoning circle looks like, can I take some water from my water skin and try to wipe away some of this circle?
Yeah. I'll let you do that.
I'll just break it, like, so that if it can't be reused or anything
Sure.
like that.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, you kind of break it apart. Again, seems to be done in chalk. And so, yeah, you kind of get rid of some bits. It takes a little bit of
Sure.
cleaning, essentially.
Yeah,
but yeah.
they're investigating, and I'm cleaning.
Yes, exactly.
I got a 22.
22, nice.
15.
15. Okay. As you all are kind of like looking around, again, pretty much kind of like seems like old storage, just kind of different crates of different things. But I will say, Viridis, you almost, but then Red kind of stops you because Red, you've been keeping an eye. As you're going more kind of towards the right side of the room, spot another of those little kind of strange puddles nearby.
Oh, thank you.
Don't do that.
Sorry.
And just on the edge of it, you see like a little kind of blending in with the stone almost, but like a little gray bag. It's like a little change purse.
Oh, how exciting! And it's not in it; it's just next to it.
It's like almost like at the edge of it, like maybe a little bit of goop might be on it.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna see if I can snag it carefully.
Okay. You go, kind of carefully start to grab it, and as you kind of gently lift to pull it, almost like flies almost out of your hand. Like it's super slick.
Oh,
but you are able to like, hold on to the little bag. And as you look inside, you notice with this little bag, there's this kind of almost, it seems to be maybe of some kind of leather, but it seems almost like a little oily, like just in general, like overall. And as you open and peer in, you find actually several kind of interesting little items. You actually find 6 pieces of gold.
Oh.
You find what looks like...
You can buy a puffer fish for that.
Oh, really?
Just one.
Just one.
You also kind of like, as you're kind of like looking around, it's gotten a little bit grimy, but you find kind of like bits of fleece. You find a little silver ring that has like a little rose carving on it. You also find like a little kind of metal tube, a little bell, and then also like a little bit of copper.
Copper pieces or just like a hunk of copper?
It's more like a little bit of like a kind of piece of twisted copper.
Okay.
Sort of like spell components?
That's personally what it looks like to me.
That I would say you kind of glean like maybe, potentially.
Sure. Yeah. This ring is pretty.
The goo isn't coming from that pouch, is it?
Oh gods, I hope not.
You kind of hold it up, and I mean, there's no black ooze kind of organically dripping from it. I don't know what this gesture was, but it was a gesture. It just seems like there might have been some remnants on there, and the bag itself, again, there's like, it's almost like it's been palmed a little bit, and like it's a little kind of greasy from that in that regard, but not so much that the oil or the grease or the whatever this puddled stuff is coming from the bag itself. Okay. But fair enough point to like kind of double check.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right. Cool. I'll hang on to this.
Speaking of those puddles, would it be a terrible idea for me to try to take a little bit? I pull out a vial.
If you're very careful about it, maybe. But I don't know. We've lost a spear to it, so I don't know.
Yeah, but this is just a little vial. I don't think it will be a big loss. But if I start to like get sucked into the nether realm,
no, I've got you. I will save you.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking, and I'm gonna try to get a vial full of goop.
Okay, as you go over to the where Viridis and Red are, and as you kind of like try to scoop up some goop, actually you find it almost like just kind of goes in.
Does this one have a
And-
different property than the other one? I'll test it by just very lightly putting my finger on it.
You put your finger in, and it almost like it. Yeah, there's like it's less sticky and more slip.
I have an idea, and I run over and I pour the vial in the one that has my spear.
Okay. Okay.
I want to do science. The apothecary has activated.
Okay. Go ahead and I will let you do another strength check at advantage.
Ooh. How does a natural 20 sound?
I mean, easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I would say what you glean with your natural 20, at least in regards to the sample that you just got of this particular oil in the ground, whatever this is, it really assists in releasing things, escaping things.
Oh my God.
Like getting out of grapples, that sort of stuff.
The gears are turning between this one that is super sticky and this one that's super loose. I'm going to try to get a vial of each.
Okay. I will say you definitely can get a vial of the slippery kind super, super easy. The stickier kind, getting that and getting your vial out and not having it stuck forever. Again, do one more strength check for me.
Absolutely. Okay. Not athletics, just strength.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's still a 14.
A 14, yes. You are good to go, and you are able to get it out.
Oh, hell yeah!
Nice.
This day is
And-
fun. Except for the part where I nearly died.
I'll actually send you information about both of those two. So I'll send that to you right now, David.
Amazing.
About what they can do.
I love
and
science.
I'd say with your vials, you're able to hold on a second. You're able to use one once. So you can use a slippery one once, and you can use a sticky one once.
Amazing.
All right.
Nice.
Let me just double check that there's nothing revealing in these things that I give you. Too revealing, I should say. We'll just, as you did, talk amongst yourselves, everybody.
Talk.
Well, since you've got your spear back, do you want that sword anymore, or are you good?
I actually...
Or do you want to hang on to it? I don't care.
If it's all the same, after I was unable to do any damage at all to that banshee, I think having a magical option might not be terrible.
Mm-hmm. That's totally fine.
And I will just owe you one.
Great.
Ooh!
Yes, so I sent to you what each can do. So the slippery and then the sticky.
Sweet. Awesome.
Cool. All right, so you've all kind of looked around the room, pretty much gotten a handle on everything that you could find, wrote down things, kind of gleaned some information. Still made an attempt at maybe cracking whatever that code is. You can always try again later with a little bit
Have
more
we
time spent
tried
on it.
saying it backwards?
Even read it.
Gebkrin Knevivnin.
Adam suddenly jumps on your shoulder there.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm just messing around.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I guess we can leave and look through that baggie of goodies this evening.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Great. So you all start making your way towards the staircase. And as you're making your way up, you kind of go up. And it's actually pretty solid staircase. And then you eventually get to, I would say, a little bit newer, but still kind of older oak wooden doors. Again, nice kind of arching frame. And it is locked because it's a door and it's gotta be.
One of us really needs to learn how to pick locks.
Agreed.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we try the same thing of just attacking the hell out of this door?
I guess.
I will say that this one does have 2 handles, so it's
Oh, progress already.
Does it have a knocker?
it does not.
Well, there goes that idea.
Yeah, get that. What do the hinges look like?
So if it kind of like goes into like a little arc and then down the middle and then 2 little circular guys, I would say there are hinges. We'll say there's 3 hinges on the side, kind of.
Wait. Did you say there were 2 handles?
Wait. Yeah. There's kind of like they're like a little smaller, but yeah, there's like 2, so that it's almost like a 2-part door that opens.
Oh, it's like a door. It's like 2 doors.
Yeah.
I was picturing
a door, one doorway, but 2
Gotcha,
doors.
gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well.
What? So do.
And there are hinges on your side. You do see hinges on your side.
Cool.
So
that means it's a pull door.
Wait, do we see the hinges or the screw? Or which part of the hinge do we see? Can we take these hinges off the wall?
Exactly.
I would say yes, you can.
Oh.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to be doing that? Who wants to lead that?
You take top, I'll take bottom. Someone else can take the middle one.
I am the tallest here.
Okay. I'll let you choose which you want to do, strength or dex, just in regards to like, because these are kind of like they've been in here for a minute. They're pretty old. But also there's some like fine finger work going on. So
I'll do the middle one.
Okay.
The 3 of us all start tackling locks.
You. Oh yeah, 13.
13.
Oh my gosh, what is happening?
I got a 23.
23. So
Natural 19.
Alistair, almost very, very quickly, you're able to kind of like, it's a little rusty, but yours is coming off pretty nicely. Red, yours has a little bit more kind of like rust into it. But after maybe about, we'll say like a couple minutes, you're able to get that guy out.
Claws in there.
You said dex?
Or strength.
No, it has to be dex. It was a 5.
A 5.
Could it be charisma?
Could it be
Turn this lock off.
This one is very, very rusted over and like very difficult, and you're struggling with it. It's like, ow! It keeps hurting your fingers.
Oh, it's alright. Don't
I've
break
got a
nail
boo
here.
boo.
Alright.
I need a band-aid.
Oh no!
I'll put a little ointment on it. I'll take my herbalism kit.
And then can
I need somebody to kiss it.
Alistair very awkwardly bends forward and presses his mask against it, and then just leans back. You don't hear any kissing noise or anything. You just see like a little awkward, like.
More like a bird.
Alistair's the most awkward field trip mom ever.
It's like a very slow in and then a very quick.
And then Red in the background, just like.
Thank you.
So, Red, you want to give it a go just to see if we can get that guy off? Go for it. Go for it.
Natural 20.
Oh, hell yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, just kind of almost like breaking it off. And yeah, so the hinges of it come off, and it's almost kind of like a little wobbly, and then the door, bam, slams down on the other side. It almost like echoes and reverberates for a moment. And you all peer in, and you are in a kitchen area.
Who wants a
There's
snack?
seems to be a table,
I mean,
and there's a large fireplace, not currently lit, actually. And kind of, it seems like whatever this is functioning a little bit more like a pantry, more than like, haha, hearty feasts. But you are in, nice kitchen.
Is it dark in
So-
here?
Oh, I thought.
Currently, there are a couple candles,
Oh, okay.
we'll say, that are lit. So it's like dimly lit.
Hello?
There's a bit of a pause. And then you hear a walking. And it kind of picks up. And then a door kind of at the end opens up. And you see standing, tall, menacing, Matilde. Matilde.
Not Matilda! Oh God!
What are you doing here? You
Ah,
should be outside. No?
well, we were, and now we're here.
What did you
Outside
do to the
connects
door?
to inside.
Oh, we got through it.
Yeah.
What are you doing here in?
Well, we were just following the tunnels, and here we are.
What are
tunnels?
you doing in?
Yeah. What are you doing here? Nice. Great flip, Alistair. Great flip.
We flip. We high five.
You know,
I work here in the house.
we're back
In the
we're back
kitchen.
Oh.
in the house. Hey.
Oh.
So you never knew about the secret passage that there is in your kitchen?
I knew that the door went to the cellar, but a
So-
secret passage, no.
So you don't know anything about any chalk circles?
Do an insight check.
Same. Same.
A solid 7.
7.
I got a
I'm like looking
17.
at this piece of paper like,
She just kind of, her arms are crossed, standing and looking at all of you. And you say chalk circle. No, I do not. I am not a child. I do not play hopscotch with chalk.
Well, it was a little bit more complex than hopscotch, but alright then.
What's hopscotch? I never played that game growing up.
Oh, really? I feel like you would be very good at that game. I'll have to. It's fun.
And
So what you there are tunnels. You did your job. You're back here. You're inside, and you broke my door.
It's not broken. I just kind of took it apart.
have you not heard of lock picking?
Does that involve breaking the door?
Always.
In our case, yes.
That the
Sometimes.
lock.
Listen, it's not broke. I can put it.
Yeah.
Put fix door. Put door back.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
alright.
wait.
What?
What are you going to pay us?
Oh, brilliant! Yes.
To fix the door that you broke. In the house that is not yours. In the house that you are guests and you are going to be paid for doing a task I hope you did. You have broken property and now you want me to pay you to fix the property you broke.
No, I don't
even though
want
you're a
you.
guest.
I want your boss to pay us.
Mm-hmm. You can put it on his tab.
To pay you to fix something that you broke.
I step forward and I say, have you, by chance, put on more blush? You're just glowing and it's like really rosy. And really, we were looking at these nails and the hinges were like super rusty. So we took them off and we will help you put them back on. But we would like some payment from your boss.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Please. Oh no.
No. Can I give her advantage?
Nah, this
Because
one no.
okay.
It's an 11.
An 11. Thank you for the compliments. I have tried a new line of makeup, and I am glad that it is working. That being said, fix the door. And you will be paid for doing the job you were hired to do, and maybe you will get a decent dinner, which
Could
I
you-
came down here to prepare.
Do you have tools like carpenter's
He
tools?
goes, pulls out a toolbox from a closet,
I take it.
and chucks it in. Yeah.
I'll just happily go over and
Sure.
fix it.
So you fix the door, which we won't say takes too long for you to do. So you get the door kind of back up. She actually has a key, so she unlocks it so you can open the doors and then go back on the other side and do all the hinge and all of that fun replacement. And what do you know? In fact, that if anything, that rusted hinge that wouldn't give, now it's been replaced. So
Incredible.
it's as good as new.
Well done. Well
Love
done.
it. Yeah.
So,
Great.
your job is done. You can go
Probably.
upstairs.
All right.
Please leave this
Good,
kitchen.
yeah.
Go get out
Yeah.
of my kitchen. Go.
Wow. All right. Come on.
You know you've got ghosts down here, right?
Oh, you did.
You did.
They're not there anymore.
Well, to be fair, there's
Well,
at
one's
least
not.
one less ghost.
Right. Someone's definitely up to no good down here, so we'll go
You've
back.
also got corpses. Just as a heads up, there's corpses
Oh,
down there.
Right. Skeletons everywhere.
In the cellar?
Yeah, there's like an
Yeah.
I
entire
want an
skeleton.
insight check. How much is she genuinely
Yeah.
surprised, or is
Okay.
she like, what, a body?
Flames,
Insight check.
flames on the side of my chest.
Heaving breath.
All right, 17.
17. She's getting a lot of information thrown at her at once. But from what you can tell, she does seem genuinely surprised about the bodies. And yeah, I would say overall, actually, she does seem kind of taken aback by all of this.
Okay.
I will say the ghost thing, you do get a little bit of a click of an eyebrow of maybe a sort of recognition between the talk of ghost or a ghost. Perhaps she knows a little bit more about that. But right now she's getting a lot of information and she just wants you out of the kitchen. So thank you. Thank you. Go upstairs and talk. I need to make dinner.
All
Who
right.
has the vases of holy water?
I do.
I've got a couple.
Okay.
Right.
So you all exit the kitchen area and kind of make your way back up. It's pretty much back up into the main foyer area. And you actually see against a pillar by the front door, you see Winston kind of like half asleep there.
Hello.
Actually, full on asleep.
You're
Ah! Huh?
Hi.
What? He got a turns because he was straight up sleeping on the door behind him. Wah!
You shouldn't sleep against doors. You never know when someone's just going to
Yeah, bad
knock
idea.
the entire thing down.
Mm-hmm.
Does that happen? Are we being besieged? Or no, that makes no sense. What? How are you? Did you see the ghost?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we saw it.
Yeah, it nearly killed me.
Uh-huh.
No. So there is I was right. He kind of runs up to you.
Was a ghost.
There was.
Yes.
There was. I think there's more than
Absolutely.
one. But you got the one that was over there.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
And was there holy water? Were you able to get that?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
we got that.
There's all the holy water that you could want.
Oh,
Mhm.
oh
Did
really?
you say you
oh.
think there's more than one ghost?
Oh, absolutely. This place is totally haunted.
Oh,
Have
like
you
in here,
seen
in
them?
This building?
Well, okay. So when I went to those ruins, I definitely
Right.
felt something.
Yeah.
You know, like chills and all that stuff. And I didn't want to get any closer. I haven't seen a ghost in the house, but there's a lot of like creepy noises, things getting pushed over, doors opening and closing at night, and sometimes I feel when I'm like about to go to sleep, you know how you're trying to go to sleep and sometimes your foot kind of naturally just falls off the edge of the bed and then you're like, wait, what? And then I felt something grab my foot and yeah.
Your candles flicker in the night. Yeah. Ooh, spooky.
I
it's real spooky.
I open my herbalism kit and I pull out several joints and I hand them to him and I say, just smoke those before bed and it'll help with a lot of that. I think you might have
Oh.
anxiety.
Oh, cool, man. Thanks. Just kind of pockets it.
Yeah, that's the good stuff, right? there,
I'm
yeah.
some of that sounds like ghosts and some of that just sounds like anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could be both. Or maybe the ghosts know I have anxiety and they're playing on my anxiety.
Terrible of them.
Yeah, but these will help, definitely. Okay, so holy water, you got it.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Sure do.
Can I have it?
Not until we get paid first.
Yeah, we were gonna go deliver it.
Oh, okay. Well, the master's in his study and said he did not want to be disturbed until morning. So
I start walking upstairs.
That's
You start walking up.
As soon as he points, I just start.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
I follow.
Okay, so you just kind of go up the stairs. He's like, oh, "Wait, no!" But he gets really cranky if you try and and you make your way up, and you did do actually real quick just perception to see if you get there.
That's no lie. That is a natural 20. I will show you if you want.
No, I believe you. He kind of pointed behind him, kind of if the stairs go up and have a little wraparound kind of gallery almost looking situation, you know exactly where to go. And so you make your way up. And at this point, I would say we're kind of more into the evening a little bit, again, later summer, but still. And so you go and you get to the door and you just
open it.
Okay, you go to open it. It is locked.
These doors.
Red, do you want to kick this one?
Rogues or anything?
Whatever happened to Charlie?
He could be very useful right now, I feel.
I feel like as soon as he left, we encountered significantly more locked doors.
I agree, and I'm just not.
So you're trying to open it, and there's doesn't give it. Do you try and heal? Winston is there, guys, no, seriously, he's gonna. Why don't we just I'll share one of these joints. You start.
Yeah. Hey, we did it! Ghosted!
There's a pause. And then you hear click, click, click. The door kind of opens and kind of peering around. You see that long bill look through, kind of looking. You're all pretty tall, but still looking a little bit. Somehow, even if you are slightly taller than him, he is flying. He manages to still look down on you.
Job's done.
I don't know what that voice was. Sorry. We've been doing the accents. It's fine. I'm tired. All right. You've succeeded in gathering the items.
Mm-hmm.
It has been. He kind of looks over at Winston. It has been less than 2 hours.
We are quite efficient.
He kind of opens the door, and you do see of all the places of the house, clearly this study is the most lived in. Lots of books, a little bit of a fireplace going, a cup of tea over on the side. Opens the door, kind of indicates that this way. And if you all enter in, he kind of goes and he sits in his armchair and swings. I will pay you for your services. He goes, takes out a small purse. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Open the door.
5. What?
I'm just rhyming.
I have to start all over. Hold on.
Oh my god. Well, before you start over... Since you're going to start over, Nose. There's definitely mischief afoot here aside from the ghost. Someone's doing something down there, causing these things to happen.
Mischief? There should be no mischief in my house.
Does the name Zenevin Knurkbeg mean anything to you?
What about Gebkran Yukutns? Take a moment.
I laugh. He just goes. Is this draconic?
I see you also know Draconic.
Why didn't somebody hand this to me first? Let me see it.
You look at it. You can give it to her. It's not draconic. It's just a bunch of common letters.
Well, actually, no, it's not draconic. Here you go.
Right. What sort of mischief? You were able to get the holy water, yes, from the font.
Yes, but
Despite
yes, we got the holy water despite the ghosts. Yes,
there was a
ghost thing.
ghost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
One.
it very
Yeah.
nearly killed several of us.
I think
Yeah,
a lot
it
of
was
us
a bad
were
time.
like not
I
super no good.
see.
But curiouser than that, there was behind a secret room, a chalk glyph of some kind. I assume it's fairly fresh. The chalk didn't seem that worn, and it seemed to be a summoning spell.
Summoning.
I don't know how many people come through this house, but
He kind of stands up. Winston, Matilde. Just kind of shouts
I want
out.
to inside check that.
Same.
Mm.
I don't believe for a
We
second
haven't-
that Winston can do magic.
That's such disdain. Winston.
Winston.
That's a 14.
A 14. Okay.
I also got a 14.
Nice.
I also clocked the fact that he mentioned the font, even though we haven't yet, but it could be that he already knew that. Like,
clocked that.
because it's his house, so.
True. Sure.
And it's a temple.
Based with a 14, he's kind of hard to read. He seems indignant. There it is. And he kind of clocks that Winston is standing there, and Winston's kind of like, I'll go get her. And he kind of shuffles away, and he's kind of standing there, and you see him kind of puff up a little bit. Oh, let's see. No, there should be no mission. And then, hold on. As he's kind of trying to think things through, muttering to himself, and right as Winston, you hear him kind of coming up the stairs, and then Matilde is kind of going quickly, but going up her own pace and kind of coming to the door. That's when he actually spots you, Fox. Spots what you're wearing. Where did you? And then he notices for the first time what you're wearing, Brody.
Well,
Where did you find these? He just kind of, his feathers just kind of indicate.
We won them as prizes after killing the banshee.
yeah, kill Banshee, we find things.
That is
On
what
our
you do
hours.
as adventurers. You take the treasure you
Yeah.
find.
You have robbed me? Is that what you were saying?
Well, what were they doing all the way down in the cellar?
They were in storage in the cellar, not in the temple area, ruined area where the holy water. That's all I asked you to do. Get some holy water and come back.
Not our fault you have a secret passage leading right to the cellar. We thought it was all one thing.
Yes, and also if the trunk, if you knew about the trunk, if that's your trunk, then surely you knew
also
about
knew
the summoning circle.
circle.
No, I have no idea about the summoning circle. He kind of like looks over to Matilda. What have either of you been meddling in anything arcane outside of what I have specifically said is permitted by myself in only very certain situations? Have you been
Like
in
summoning
the cellar?
circles.
No, there have been no summoning circles of any sort by me, but I don't know about these two. And both of them are just kind of like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Take off those stockings right this instant.
Sharing is caring. Can you share? We love to share
Get
with
out
everyone.
of this room. now.
No, we're getting paid first. We did a job. A lot of us almost died. You will pay us.
Here's the holy water. I swish it around in the vial.
He goes over. What was the fee that we agreed upon?
500 gold pieces.
Oh my. It's also me, Anna, genuinely asking. I forgot. If I can't remember, fair enough.
I don't think we negotiated.
I don't think we ever
Wait.
negotiated one.
I don't know. If
I
you
think we
or
did.
not. Yeah, I think
Hang
you
on.
did. I just can't remember off the top of my head. Look, if I can't remember, I mean, he doesn't remember, so you say 500.
I mean, Red immediately. Al said 500, and Red immediately was like, "Yeah, that one."
And the invitation to the wedding.
Yep. Nope. I didn't write it down, but definitely invitation to the wedding.
I didn't write it down.
I remember talking about
I
that, but I
usually
didn't
write
write
this
it
stuff
down.
down.
I know, me
for a
too.
fact the number was said, but I.
You know what? Here, takes the bag and he throws it at you. And you know what? He takes there's like a little envelope that's on a stack of books. They deserve your kind, and shoves the letter into, we'll say, your hand, Viridis. Get out of my house now.
Here's your holy water, and I put it on his desk.
Go.
Bye.
Let's go to that wandering duck place.
Yeah, let's go there.
I'm gonna try to be the last one to like trickle out of the room, and I'm just gonna
Sure.
be like, anything we should tell the countess for you while we're at the wedding?
Kind of like he's like kind of halfway turned away from you, and then he just kind of like turns back. Best of luck. Those are my regards.
A wonderful life.
And then as you go out, he just kind of slams the door. Matilde has kind of, as she came in, she'd actually kind of prepared a number of rolls.
Oh,
All right. Do you want these before you leave?
absolutely. I love bread.
That's really nice of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
You
we
want to go
don't
to
have
the
guests.
wandering duck with us?
Well, I have to fix
Yeah.
dinner. Thank you. I will do my job and my duty. We do not have guests though, and I wanted to be hospitable. So, rolls, enjoy.
We will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Winston's kind of hurrying and kind of opening the door. He's like, "Oh gosh, you guys, that was, oh man, I don't know if he's gonna be angry at me because you did get the holy water, but he's also angry at you and not at me. So anyway, thanks for everything." He's kind of like unlocking the door, and thanks again for everything. And kind of pats his pocket and like gives you a bit of a wink, Alistair. And yeah, wandering duck just down the road, probably like 25 minutes.
You know there are other jobs, right, Winston?
I'm piecing that together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Cool.
Big world.
Good life.
And there's more holy water should you need it for more ghosts.
Yeah. Good to know. Good to know.
All right.
All right. Bye.
As
And he
soon as
just
the
kinda
door
closes the door.
closes and we're like standing on the patio, I'm just like, to be honest, I think that went really well. I open the bag and look at how much money's in there.
There is 300 gold.
Oh,
Yes,
Nice.
we are rich.
So you can split that up amongst yourselves if you like, or however you want to
Yeah.
divvy that up.
1, 2, 3,
Uh-huh.
4,
I believe we all get
Five.
60.
6.
Pick up sticks.
60 gold a piece.
Distribute.
Just pour it on the ground and just like,
Make little piles.
Yeah.
be about right.
We distribute 60 gold to each of us.
Yes, so
Nice.
you each get 60 gold. Nice.
Oh, now I have
Other
61
name.
gold.
And a puffer fish.
And a puffer
And the
fish.
puffer fish.
Worth 6.
That's priceless.
Yeah. I mean, technically it's worth 6 gold pieces, but also.
But also,
Also priceless.
Mhm, mhm.
Does anyone feel like we solved like half a mystery?
Kind of.
I do feel like us
Definitely.
leaving right now is the irresponsible decision, but also
Like, fuck that guy, right?
He's not very nice.
why did he get so mad about Fox wearing those stockings? I think you look
I don't know.
well. I don't understand fashion, but I think you look nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I do believe only you could pull them off.
I wonder if there's any way that Winston could sort of hook us up with some of his lordship's transportation to get to the wedding faster.
We did spend some time here.
Well,
Oh, I think that was also.
That was part of the deal.
do we
Yeah, a ride to the wedding, I do believe, was part of the deal.
do we
Right.
want to chance it, or do we just want to see if perhaps the Wandering Duck has options, or
I think we should definitely see if the Wandering Duck has options.
Yes, I agree.
because
We can always come back and try to talk to Winston anyway.
I think the
Exactly.
idea was that Malvolio could maybe teleport us, and I don't trust that he wouldn't teleport us into a volcano.
Right,
Wow.
exactly.
Yeah,
Agree.
especially not now.
Yeah, we did take his tights. But
How were we supposed to know?
Where?
they looked like they were in the trash. I mean,
Yeah.
If you don't want us rifling through your stuff, don't have your house be connected to the monster-infested place. And also, he
no.
didn't even know that we also took those sapphires. And I'll give a sapphire to Virdis, a sapphire to Brody.
Thank you.
honestly, you hold on to it. I am flush right now.
Well, to be fair, with this sword, I don't need armor or spell components or very much of anything, so money's more valuable for other people. Fox or Red, do one of you want this third sapphire?
I'll take it.
Here you go.
You can
Your big old sapphire.
Toss it to you.
As for I don't have any need for spell components. I don't know if gold pieces have anything to do with spells, but like, Virdis, bro, do you need this?
You're holding up the little packet or the little
Yeah.
pouch. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
What's
like
in it?
I imagine we're walking towards.
Yeah, you all are
Yeah.
walking at this point. Yeah, and it's definitely like the sun is kind of, you still have that like hint of light with summer, you know, where the sun sets a little bit later, but it's definitely getting towards maybe closer to, we'll say 7:30 or 8 at this point as you guys are walking along. And in that pouch has the following things: 6 gold pieces, bit of fleece, a silver ring with a rose carving, what looks like kind of like a tube of some sort, kind of like a little metal tube, and then a little tiny bell, and then a piece of kind of wiry looking copper.
I'll
Can I
take
see-
it. I would like to get to the bottom of whatever that circle and everything
Cool.
was.
Here you go.
Can I see
Thank
that
you.
that ring?
Hand it to
Yeah.
you.
Great, and it's definitely made of silver, and it's like kind of got like a little, just like a little bit of a kind of like a little blossom of a rose and two little leaves, and kind of like part of the metal work, you know.
Is
So-
there anything about it that I might notice in terms of like its make, if there's any symbolism to the rose or anything?
I'll let you do like a history check, maybe.
Okay. That's an 11.
An 11. It looks fairly, I would say, well, it's very well made. That's for sure. There's something about it maybe that is like a heft to the silver that's like, oh, this is fine quality and probably belong to someone who could afford something like this.
Mhm.
It doesn't necessarily speak of with an 11. Yeah, you're not quite sure if it speaks of any particular house symbol, that sort of thing.
I'll put it back in the bag. Well, we did not necessarily solve what was going on there, but I'll give you all some really good advice that was given to me by my the Grand Master of my order. I don't really care what you do in your free time. So that, that was just his way of saying, if we didn't solve it, it doesn't really matter, We can do whatever we want. We wanted to go to the wedding more than solve this wedding, right? That's valid, I think.
I agree. Yeah. Well, and also our job here was to get rid of the ghost, and we did that.
We did.
And we got money.
We also stole a bunch of stuff from that guy, and he didn't even notice. And I take out those vases that I took.
And I've got my tiny palm-sized chest
Oh
set.
my god!
Yeah.
Bunch of
As you all are kind of like sharing this and talking, and you've been talking and walking for a little bit, you kind of hear it before you get there, but you do kind of hear some jaunty music up ahead. And as the sun starts to set, you see a bit of a kind of a beacon of light, and you see very much at a crossroads where you guys are kind of coming up one way, and then there seem to be a couple of other paths, but right kind of smack dab in the middle of this crossroads is a very large, maybe up to like 3 stories, warm, welcoming, inviting looking tavern. Lots of people are already kind of milling about. You see, it seems to be kind of like horses and carts and people kind of coming and going and stopping and staying here. And there is a sign kind of overhead that says The Wandering Duck. And you see a duck that's like kind of starting to go one way, but then it's turning. And a duck could have a quizzical expression. This artist for this sign has captured it like no other.
Oh, yeah.
We made it.
Finally. And as the music swells, and you all step in, and there's raucous goings on and drinks to be had and dinner and all that sort of thing, you can make your way into the Wandering Duck. And we can go ahead and stop there if you all want. If there's any little bits of bobs you want to do, but otherwise we can stop there and pick up back at a lovely night. You finally made it after all this time.
Our goal, the Wandering Duck.
This was the real goal, right?
Amazing.
To get to the
absolutely.
To get to the pub.
Yep.